housework. Help her there. No, they're on everybody. They got those, I thought. There was a person.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Bonita. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Good morning. Good morning. We're glad you're here. Welcome to Unity of Bonita Springs. Let's start with our mission and vision statements. Repeat with me. Our mission: to invite and inspire spiritual consciousness through unity and principles. And our vision: we are love, joy, and acceptance in the world. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And we have the prayer box in the front, which is available for you. Your prayer requests are prayed on 30 days here, and then they are sent to Unity and prayed on for 30 more days. Thank you.
Good morning. This came kind of a surprise that I'm doing a meditation this morning. But the affirmations, that was planned. We get something right once in a while. December affirmations. Faith. With expectant faith, I am optimistic and confident. Together.
With expectant faith, I am optimistic and confident.
There are many paths that lead to the same destination. What is important is the faith the traveler has in reaching that destination. Peace. Centered in peace, I broadcast peace on earth and goodwill to all. Together.
Centered in peace, I broadcast peace on earth and goodwill to all.
It is quite important that the seekers respect the beliefs of others on different paths. Love. I demonstrate the harmony of love through kind thoughts and acts. Together.
I demonstrate the harmony of love through kind thoughts and acts.
The final destination to which all paths lead is the universal source of love. Joy. Knowing God is my source, I count my blessings and spread joy. Together.
Knowing God is my source, I count my blessings joy.
The promise of exquisite joy helps to keep us in pursuit of the prize. Life. I celebrate the birth of Christ's consciousness within my body, mind, and spirit. Together.
I celebrate the birth of Christ's consciousness within my body, mind, and spirit.
Reaching the goal of enlightenment proves to us that our life has been a success, regardless of our circumstances.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. In the midst of God's children, the Lord will always be. It doesn't take very many. It can be 1, 2, or 3. And I feel that same sweet spirit that I felt oft times before. Surely I can say I've been with the Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
I don't think you can hear me, can you? No. Is better? Yeah. Okay. This is the second week of Advent, and this candle is for peace. In the busyness of the Christmas season, we can get so caught up in the rush, lines at the post office, details that we can easily lose our composure. Peace is one of the key attributes of Christmas. Peace on earth, goodwill to everyone. Each Sunday, we are as congregations sing, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." Yeah, in all circles back to us. And so we do our best. We slow down a bit, dial down our trying to do everything perfectly. We take our time, look at our surroundings more than we usually do, turn off our electronic devices for a while, breathe the air, and as we exhale, we relax. We tune into the consciousness of peace. Quote from Job: "Agree with God and be at peace. In this way, goodwill will come to you." And today we symbolically light the candle of peace.
Meditation this morning is from the Daily Word, entitled, Peace is the Song of My Heart. As the Advent journey continues, I seek to embody peace. No matter what might be happening around me, I can rise above that which troubles and distracts me, all that takes my attention away from my spiritual life and my relationship with God. Peace is always mine, an aspect of my divine identity. When peace feels far away, I take it as a cue to center myself in spirit. I return to the practices that calm my mind and open my heart. As I relax and enter the silence, I touch the peace and perfection of God and claim that peace as my own. Returning to activity, I carry peace with me. I bring harmony to my interactions, calm to my reactions, and tranquility to every corner of my life. I won't just be peaceful. I will be peace itself. And in this holiday season, I used to think it was kind of cold when someone would say, happy holidays or season's greetings. I was just too wrapped up in Christmas to even think about any other activities that were going on this time of year. Keep in mind, we have Hanukkah, we have Kwanzaa, and we have the solstice. We got the Druids and the Wiccans. And probably many other activities that are going on from different beliefs that we just don't know about. So to all, I wish you Salam Alaikum.
We seem to be having some sound problems up here. Sorry.
There's been a change in me, a kind of moving on. Though what I used to be, I still depend upon. For now I realize that good can come from men that may not make me wise, but oh, it makes me glad, and I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. For now I love the world I see. in my dark despair, I slowly understood my perfect world out there had disappeared for good. But in its place I feel a truer life begin, and it's so good and real. It must come from within, and I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. I'm where and who I want to be. No change of heart, a change in me. No change of heart, a change in me.
Thank you, Debbie and Jerry. You're amazing. I want to introduce Dr. Ken Harris, who is our guest speaker today. He has been here before, and we've enjoyed him. And he's going to talk about his new book, which is called Second Chances: From Surviving to Thriving. So here's Dr. Harris.
Did I get that mic? Welcome. New day. New day. Give and receive love. I was out in the garden and I see that Maxine Carr. Was she the founder of this? They have a little thing. Thank you. I don't really need to put up to it anyway. Okay, so Maxine, she had an inscription under her beautiful smiling face, and it says, "The answer is love." Wow. What else is there? That's what we're doing here, folks. The giving and receiving of love. That's why we incarnated. Everything else, Mickey Mouse. Drama. But, Judy, did you take my phone? Because I don't, okay. See, my phone was here. Now, I'm married. If I'm lucky, this beautiful woman, usually when they read my credits, it goes on and on. Then I go back home. My real claim to fame, I've been married to the same woman for 54 years. Soon to be 55 if she ups my contract in January. And we haven't had a fight in the last 5 minutes. How many people here are married? Raise your hands if you're married. You know what it takes in a long-term relationship, right? A lot of give and take, a lot of compromise. And I was so glad that I picked up Bill, the president of Unity Church here, Boston. I heard that. Pakikan, huh? He says, I can't get, how many years you been down here? How many years you in Bonita?
I'll tell you, I've been out of Boston for about 75 years.
You can't lose it. But you know where I'm from, don't you? The Bronx. You never lose it. People meet me down, oh, you're from the Bronx. This gentleman over here, he's from the Bronx. I'm going to sidebar before I get into the whole thing. So I meet him at a restaurant with his beautiful wife, and we become very good friends. And I asked him, where are you from? He said, I was from the Bronx. I said, what'd you do? He said, I was an undercover policeman. And I said, did you ever arrest me? We're in the same precinct. I grew up where he was a policeman. Crazy. Synchronicity. You know, I came here last year, this year, and I spoke about synchronicity, the magic, the mystery, the meaning. The whole universe is designed that way, by the way. There are no accidents, and if I ask you to tell me your synchronicity stories, you get up and everyone has one. But today I'm going to ask you to tell me about your second chance story. And if you notice, the title of the book is called Second Chances, with an S. You know why? We've all had more than one. And I'm going to see if I can break out in the dyad at some point and have you tell one second chance story to each other. Because I want to get you involved. But everybody has had more than 1 second chance. One pivotal moment in your life cycle where everything changed from that point on. There was a line of demarcation. You were like this before, something happened, and you're like this now. We all have gone through what they call post-traumatic stress in our life, multiple times. But the key is to go through post-traumatic growth. What's your takeaway? What was your takeaway from that so-called bad or tragic loss? Now, loss comes in many forms. One of the most difficult ones is loss of loved ones. When you think of grief, you think of grieving and loss. But there's loss of your dreams, right? There's loss of your mission in life. There are loss of your physicality as we age. There's loss of your mentality. So loss is a very broad category. But they say the greatest loss, and I hope I never experienced it, is the loss of a child. Anyone here lose a child? That's the deepest loss. A mother to the child, not the father so much, but the mother, because the mother carries that baby. And guys, not many guys, they'll give you up and keep the baby. The strongest bond on this planet is mother to child. I saw a dove, small little dove, peace dove, fight off the most gigantic hawk that was trying to kill its babies. She was relentless. And you know what? The hawk gave up. So that bond cannot be broken, the mother-child. So second chances. Why did I write this book? Well, 4 years ago, in January 16th, I died. And I came back. If it wasn't for Judy, I would be standing here. She called 911, and they saved my life. I came out of my body, I watched them working on me, and I was told to go back. You're not done. You have more work to do, Kenny. So people ask me, did I meet God? No, I don't think I met, well, yes I did. I met the God of myself in that experience. I met my soul-sent self, and I'll never forget, I actually heard the voice. And once you have that experience, I can't even begin to articulate unless you've had it, unless it has happened to you here. If you've had that kind, it's inexplicable. And I'm never the same since that point. I no longer complain about anything. Gone. No complaint. Wake up. People always say, hey, good to see you, Dr. Ken. I say, hey, better than being shown. Listen, we're only here for a nanosecond in eternity. Think about it. A parenthesis in eternity. And the great master Jesus said, hey, guys, I have loved you. Now learn to love one another. That was the message. We haven't been doing a good job. 2 wars going on. I cry. I can't even watch the TV when you see what's going on in the world today. And we're all feeling it, by the way. Even though if you're not Israeli and you're not Russian, you're not Ukrainian, and you're not Muslim, you're feeling it. We're all feeling it, because subconsciously we're all in the field. We're all connected. I don't know if you know this, but the time period between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a 58% increase in depression. Because what happens when you look around the table at Thanksgiving and the loved ones you used to have are not there anymore? You start to remember. So although a lot of people are joyful and getting drunk and buying things, there's a lot of sadness during this time of the year. So be vigilant, and try to be thankful. Whenever you don't know what to do in life, simple. You don't know what to do? Be thankful. Be thankful. It'll shift your energy. Be thankful for the time you had with your loved ones. So, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lotus flower up there on that thing. You see that? Does anyone know what the lotus? I know someone knows. She knows. Well, someone else other than you know what the lotus flower means? The symbolic meaning, representation. Raise your hand. Okay, sir. Rebirth, renewal, regeneration, overcoming life's adversities. I don't know if you know this, but I didn't know that. In 5 spiritual religions and traditions, that's what it means. Different things. Catholicism, Hinduism, blah, blah, blah. But every night, I didn't know this, and I bet a lot of people don't know it, that little flower closes up and goes back into where? The mud. The mud. And then comes back up the next day and releases its radiance to the world. Every story in this book, Second Chances, is about someone who went into the mud and came out of the mud and released their love into the world and made big changes. That's why I wrote the book. The book was written through me. And I had the ability to attract, through synchronicity, the right authors. Everyone in that anthology, I either helped personally or they found me through synchronicity. And all said yes. When I said, no, I got this idea for a book. I almost died, blah, blah, blah. I'm in. I want to be in. There's going to be volume 2, 3, and 4, because there's no lack of second chances. Actually, I'm going to become a podcaster. And I'm going to call it Second Chances, Tell Us Your Story. And maybe some of you would like to be interviewed down the road, because it's inexhaustible. Everybody's had a second chances in their life. So that lotus flower came to me in a meditation. After the book was completed, the editor said, hey, Ken, what should we put on the cover of the book? I closed my eyes, went into lotus flower. I didn't know what it meant at the time. Now I know. It's so perfect for what the stories are about. And she drew that. And she said, can I be in the book too? The editor asked to be in the book, so her story's in the book. And she's got a story. Her name is Marissa. At age 23, she gets hit by a drunk driver crossing the streets in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She spends the next 10 years of her life in and out of hospitals, wheelchairs, had strokes, all kinds of internal injuries, and winds up becoming Miss New York. That was her chapter is called The Line of Demarcation. Here she was 23 with the hope of getting married, having children, having a career, and everything changed. Everything changed. Now she's helping thousands of people. She runs an organization called Lupus Chick. She's beautiful, inside and out. And she's helped millions. She's a not-for-profit for people who suffer chronic illnesses. She said, I always wanted to be a nurse. I only could help 1 or 2 people. Now I'm helping tens of thousands because of that so-called bad thing that happened to her. We just launched the book in Atlanta, Georgia, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And I didn't know this. She said it was age 23. There happens to be 23 stories in the book, synchronistically. I didn't know that. And 23 years later, this year, she had the courage to go to the prison and forgive the man 23 years later who ran her down. Now that's a high bar. Another woman in the book, Kia Sher, who ran the Synchronicity Retreat Center, and I didn't believe her when she called me up, said, I want to interview you on your book about synchronicity. I said, oh, you're kidding me. You really? It was the name of the center. Her husband was the director of that center. He got on an airplane with their 13-year-old daughter. They flew to Mumbai, India. Get this, to teach the Indian government a form of meditation. A little counterintuitive. Most Indian people go to India to learn. No, they went, about 8 of them from that community. Unfortunately, or fortunately, as you might look at it, the good thing is a bad thing, and the bad thing is a good thing. You know how that works? The terrorists came in from Pakistan, and they killed them all, including her husband and her 13-year-old daughter. Kia got on a plane sometime later, went to India, and ran peace conferences for the people who killed her family. I tell you, I say, hey, Kia, I'm from the Bronx. When she told me that story, I would have gotten an AK-47, I think, and went over there. The revenge in me. And she had the courage to go and forgive them. She runs an organization dedicated to peace in the world. And I can go on and on. There's so many pivotal moments in the book. My buddy, and I love him dearly, I was up in, you know where Sanibel Island is, right? Yeah, you all know. And we were eating lunch. Actually, we were eating Captiva Island. We went to the next island. Hey, if you ever want the best key lime pie, go to the Key Lime Bistro. So we're sitting down at the Key Lime Bistro, Judy and I, and there's a couple next to us. This man turns around, and he smiles at me. And I just said, I was overtaken. I said, you know, you got $1 million smile. He says, yeah, that's what it cost me to get it. And here's Bob's story. And this is, I honestly say I love this man. And I only know him 2 years now. He's my brother that I never had. His name is Bob. My brother's name was Bob. Anyway, he fell 24 feet off a tree, taking down a tree right on his face. Broke all his bones in his face, his mouth, lost all his teeth, lacerated his aorta, internal injuries. Judy, when she first read this story, she said, I can't bear reading what happened to him. If you meet him today, you never know anything happened to him. He came through that storm, the most radiant, loving. He was loving and radiant before, but now he's squared. And by the way, there's only one quote in the Bible that God is defined. Did you know that? One quote. You know what it is, right? Tell me. You know what it is. God is love. Yeah? This lady came to check me out. She's from the other Unity. You're from Unity, Missouri, you said, or someplace.
Unity Village.
She's a head honcho, right here. And if I do good, maybe they'll have me come down to the one in Naples. So, if you want to know what God is, express love. Very simple. You know? And whatever that means to you, by the way, you know, I know in Unity we use Christ consciousness. And I was blessed, I told her this, because they're big down there on Eric Butterworth, down at that other church. And Judy and I had the privilege, in New York City, we studied with Olga and Eric Butterworth. Now, how many people know that name? How many people know Earl? Yeah, he was like probably one of the most articulate spokesmen for Unity. And I used to listen to him on the radio every day. You know, he was on the radio almost every day. But the real power was his wife, Olga. I'm still going to bring you to your meditations. And the real power in this relationship is this lady right here. Yeah, I'm up front. You know, they say every soldier in the trenches needs 10 people to supply him behind to fight. Well, that's my 10 right there. Yeah, so thank you, Judy. And I don't know anybody else who would have put up with me. Listen, I come from the Bronx. I was not easy. You know, this is the polished version now. You're getting the end result. But I was a tough guy. In gangs, drugs, I did it all. That's why I asked him if he ever arrested me. He was under narcotics. Anyway, let me check where I'm at in this. I'm having fun. I don't know if you're having fun, but I'm having fun. And someone's got to tell me when. I got 5 minutes. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get you involved. All right. I want you to, if you came with someone, don't use them as your partner. Turn to someone here and just tell them in brief, if you had a second chance at life, how it changed you. What your one or two takeaway. Why are you different now than you were before you went into the storm? Because every chapter in this book gives you tools and strategies to cope with what happened to us. Because we've all been traumatized multiple times. But we don't want to stay stuck in the story. No one wants to hear your story, poor me. By the way, you know, nothing happens to us. It happens for us. It happens because our soul self wants to wake up this ego self and say, hey, remember me? And sometimes it's a whisper, and sometimes it's a 2x4 across your head, like an accident, etc., etc. So turn to someone. I'll give you 1 minute each. And this, if you can think of it, no pressure.
Yeah, just tell me when the
Yeah, I'll go cue up, cue down.
Okay.
It's gonna be after.
Right after this.
What about yeah.
What about you, Jerry? You got any second chances?
Yeah.
What about you? Right, that is weird how the vision goes like that, you know. It makes you definitely more grateful for all those senses, yeah. Yeah, unfinished work, yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
No problem. Thanks for sharing. Like these guys. Wow, they actually have
You gotta do a song, Robert?
Okay, I think this could go on, but now come with the hook and pull me off. But you might want to continue telling your stories at, you have a little repas here, right? You have little snacks. All right, so I'm going to end with a song. I'm not singing it. Some years ago, I met a gentleman and his wife, and they're singer-songwriters. His name is Bob Sima, S-I-M-A, and they have a website called Where the Light Gets In, and it gets in through the wounds, by the way. That's how the light gets in, and the light gets out through the wounds. So this song, it speaks to the definition of the lotus flower. It's called No Mud, No Lotus.
No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed the patterns of the pain in your past? The things that broke you, they also woke you to the questions you needed to ask. The sleepless nights and the dizzying heights and the dreams, some of which came true. Took the breaks, heartaches, perfect mistakes, created this version of you. made you soft. If it was hard, it fueled the hunger. If it touched you, your heart took hold. If it was simple, it made you wise. If it was sweet, it made you smile. We've done an indelible impression on your soul. Your feet they walked, and your lips they talked, and your hands dug around for the proof. Every look, every book, picture in your mind that you took created this version of you. And everything you go through grows you. Grows you. And everything you go through grows.
Everything you go through is for your growth. So let's not curse it. Let's be blessed. Let's be thankful for all the stuff that's happened to us during our lives. And if you got to do some work on forgiveness, that's your work. If you want to heal, I'll tell you this, as a doctor and almost 50 years in practice, I don't care what you do on a material physical level. If a client comes in, change their diet, change their vitamins, change everything, if they're still holding a grudge and they don't forgive, they don't get well. Period. God, life will not flow through a grudging body. So, I want to thank Reverend Alder, Studebaker, and that was my first car. That was how I had a synchronicity with him. He's a lovely man. I like him a lot. Now I hear he's going on to Illinois, but he gave me this second opportunity to come here, and I'm very thankful to some of you showed up. And I hope as a result of something I said today, you walk out of here with a seed of thinking differently. And here's my advertisement. The book's available if you want one. I'll sign it. I'll even take a picture with you. Some people, they like pictures with you. So we'll do that too. And my first book, Synchronicity, The Magic, The Mystery of the Meaning, is also here. And that's the book I did here when I was here, I think, in March. But they both became bestsellers. You know why? They speak to people. They speak to you. It's not about me, it's about us. So with that, I will say thank you, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much for coming. And Jerry, we have a song?
Well, I just heard what we do.
Well, I'm going to put the microphone back then.
Sorry, this didn't get passed along. But I found it.
Hallelujah.
Oh, hey, it's a familiar tune. Here we go. I live in God's way, His truth, His light. I'm free from all doubt, all fear, all strife. My words are of love, of joy, of peace. I think of God's good that cannot cease. The power of God is mine to use. He gives me all good that I can choose. I live in His good, in His truth, and express eternal youth. God blesses me now in every way. I know what to do and what to say. I live in a world of perfect health. The kingdom of heaven is my wealth. I'm free to express affection now, for Christ is within. He's shown me how, and only the good do I see everywhere in you, in me. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I can't tell. All right. Well, this is our opportunity to share of our love and treasure with this ministry. So please take your offering in your hand and bless it with these words. Divine love
Through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, when I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on
Thank you, Debbie, as I could just heard someone quietly say, beautiful. Okay, we now give thanks for these gifts and tithes as they go forth to bless this ministry. In the name of the living Christ presence in all of us. And the announcements. Okay. We have, actually have Jeff and Keish, I think, to thank the flowers. Am I right there, Kathy? Nope. Nope. Okay, then I guess they're just church flowers again. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bill, for being our prayer chaplain and doing our meditation. And we have midweek prayer meeting on Wednesdays and 24/7 on Facebook and YouTube. We will have the fellowship hour after the service, and that is provided by Jean and Louise. And we have our craft group will not meet this month, but we will resume again next month. We have our stuffed animal drive for Bonita Springs Elementary still going on, and next Sunday is our last Sunday, and Kathy wants to say something to remind us.
Well, I thank you all for those that brought in. I didn't put them all out today because we need to fill the pews one more time. I want to also thank Mark, who made a very generous donation and gave us a lot of those bears, but thank all of you for your help. This is our last week. We have 75. We need 75 more to have enough for the kindergartners and the first graders. So whatever help you can give us this week when you're Christmas shopping and you see there's good places at Kohl's, at Walmart, at Five and Below, I think it's called. Although I didn't like theirs. but I think, you can look around other places and find some really, we've just had some really cute ones brought in. So I thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, our traditional candlelight service will be Wednesday, December 20th at 7 p.m. and that will feature the neighborhood carol.
And also our harpist too. Laura Lou will be playing the harp too. Besides the carolers, yeah.
Christmas Eve Sunday morning service will be at 10 a.m. and it will be a musical service, and this will be Reverend Alden's last Sunday. The Burning Bowl service will be Sunday, December 31st, and Barbara Grady will be our guest speaker. Do we have any newcomers? Okay, welcome. And we have a packet for you. And if the newcomers would like to sign up in the back using our contact form on the clipboard, that would be great. Next message will be God's tent, and that will Reverend Alden will be back to do that. So please join us in the sea song service.
Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Now there is peace on earth, and peace that is meant to be. With God as the power, loved ones all are we. Now I walk with my family in perfect harmony. Peace has begun with me, and this is the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me.
The light of God's
protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and so it is.